Hi everyone, it's Clyde at Vibrant Soap, and I'm going to make another version of a dragon's blood soap, and this one is called Vibrant Dragon. The thing about this fragrance is that it turns the batter brown, so today's color tutorial is all about trying to beat the browns, I guess you could say, and I'll have a color tutorial for you and everything, so we better get started. Okay, as always, with soaps that turn brown, there's a little challenge with it. So what I did ahead of time was to put down the kind of brown that the description of the fragrance said the soap would change to. So it says it's going to turn it to a milk chocolate color. So there's my milk chocolate color with some brown. And I have used this fragrance before, actually before I knew any better, and I saw the colors brown, but one thing I did really saved the soap, and I'll talk about that in a second. So with the brown, I want to use the darkest colors that I have so that it can sort of disguise the browning effect. So I'm going to use purple, rather on the dark side, superimpose that with the brown, looks like an eclipse. And I think if it's just going to stay milk chocolate in color, that should be fine. It's not a bright purple, but I'm going to integrate that into my design. And another color where it would not matter at all is black. So that would obscure any of that brown. So I'm only going to scent half of the soap with this browning fragrance. I'm also going to use a different fragrance that's compatible with that one. And in that one I'm going to use white, which again I know you can't see on white paper too well. So far I have purple, black, and white. And the other color that I'm going to use with the non-browning fragrance is red. And I think that will be a good choice of colors for this. Now, my rationale in this is that I wanted colors that will be contrasting so I can get some interesting definition in the swirl. So the side with the browning will have the darker colors to provide that contrast with these in a lighter value. And I don't think I'm going to make my red too deep in color. So that's the color scheme and the color tutorial the day. If you want to use your watercolors to kind of test the colors out on the whatever brown the descriptions are, you can do that. Okay, I was just mixing up my soap and I decided to change my color plan, so I thought I'd come back and add to that. So here's my milk chocolate in color soap with the dragon's blood scent in it, and I decided instead of black that I would use a shade of red, because I don't know, something about the black in this case, I wanted it to be more vibrant. So with the addition of something that was almost black but had some red in it, would be more close to the idea of dragon's blood. So that's what I'm going to do instead of the black. Just wanted to share that with you. Okay. Alright, blending all the clay and milk as usual. Adding the lime will speed things up. Okay, let's get the colors and the fragrance going. First I'm going to just divide it up. Okay, this one's going to be my white and my red, and those are going to be my non-browning fragrances, so they remain bright. Put those aside. This one already has my red with a little bit of activated charcoal, so it's more of a maroon. Still not sure what that's going to do to the with the browning. I think it'll be a maroon that's toned down a bit with the brown. And this is a deep purple, and that'll get browned down a bit too. And I'm going to blend the fragrance as I blend the colorants, so I don't overblend. Here. And this is going to be here and there. Little stirs. Okay, let's blend these, starting with the white. Okay, everything's blended. Now they just need a little stir. Okay, and I'm going to start with the white. And let's just get about half of this in here. I see some bubbles, so let me stir those out. So I think I'll start with the red, and I'm going to do most of the pouring right here, right opposite the pour spout. I'm going to get about half the red in there, a little bit of white, some purple. Let's go for some more red. I'm not gonna do things different. A little bit of white. Just need a little bit more white for the top. The dark red. A little more regular red. The rest of the purple. Except for some for the top. And let me pound that down. Let's get the rest of this in here. Okay, let's get some nice stripes in there. The reason why I wanted this particular type of swirl, again for the dragon's blood, is I really picture the scales of the dragon that look sort of jagged. Let's get the white next to that. And then the darker red. I wasn't sure if dragon's blood, real dragon's blood was red or purple, so I didn't want to take any chances, so I made both red and purple. Alright, pound that down and I'll texture the top. I want something that looks pretty fluid, so I don't think I'll do that, just zigzag. I think I want little swirls, rounded swirls. And that's it. Good, and this is my making of Vibrant Dragon. And again, I can't wait to cut into it. And you'll see that right away. So this is Clyde at Vibrant Soap. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you later. Okay, let's cut into this now. Still a little soft. And it's not going to look like that because it changes color. The color that does that for me is tomato red. It's a nice red, but it goes through this change first. I kind of thought this would be a pretty symmetrical swirl because of the way it was poured. So notice that that's exactly what happened. And it's going to go through some color changing still because of the fragrance. Because I wanted it more of a cherry red if possible. And the other red has some black in it also to darken it up into a maroon. That's the darker of the reds there. I wanted the top to have a sort of jagged swirl on top to represent the dragon. Come on. I'm thinking of getting a wire cutter, but this knife has really put this slick surface to the soap, so I'm still thinking of keeping it and not getting a wire cutter. Again, it's watching YouTube soap makers when I just was getting started. When I saw the knife going through the soap, that was part of the draw to me. So let me leave this freshly cut one in the picture and show you the first one that I made. See, by this time it changes color, and it will continue to change color for a while, so I might wait a couple days before I take the still shots and show them to you at the end of the video. So you don't have to worry about that, you just have to watch the video and that amount of time will have gone by. This is Clyde at Vibrant Soap. Thanks for watching again. Thanks for all your comments. Thanks for subscribing, all that good stuff. And I'll be making another video soon. Bye for now.